Welcome back to our video series to help you get ready to administer the Provincial Numeracy Screening Assessment for kindergarten. We are moving on to the final component of this screening assessment, which is the numbers on the number line task. So what does the numbers on the number line task help us to know about our learners? It captures two key aspects of a child's mathematical knowledge. First, it measures a child's understanding of the ordinal relations between numbers. So, for example, does the child know that the number 3 comes after the number 2 and before the number 4? Second, it requires the child to use proportional reasoning skills to accurately place a number on the line within a given number range. Let's take a closer look at this task. So for this task, you're going to need the teacher instructions found in the administration guide. You're going to need a class set of the scoring sheet, which if you have access to this, you may want to photocopy on a transparency as opposed to on regular paper. You will also need a class set of the student sheets that are stapled together, and you'll need one set per child. Use your professional judgment to determine whether you administer this individually or in small groups, and let children work at the pace they need to complete this task. It is critical that you do not provide any strategies to help the children during this task, aside from the practice question. So let's take a look at that component. So on the practice page or at the front of the test package, please ensure that you add the child's name, and then you're going to describe the example question to them. So you'll say to the child, on the example page, there is a number line that ranges from 0 to 10. A mark has been drawn to show about where the number 1 would be on that number line. And now you're going to describe the next question to them, the practice question. And you will say, make a mark to show where the number 5 would be on the number line. You'll check to make sure the child understands the task. Let them try it out on the practice question, and do not give the child any strategies to help. You will continue in the same way for the remainder of the questions. So here is question 1, for example, where the student would make a mark where they think the number 8 would be on the number line. And here is the scoring sheet. So if you have it on a transparency, you can overlay this over the child's mark and see whether or not it falls within the first circle or the second circle. Now going backwards here for a moment, if you do not have access to a transparency, you may instead fold the scoring guide and then hold it up to the child's mark to see whether or not that mark falls within the central circle or the wider circle. And this is what you're going to use for scoring. So if the child places a line that happens to fall within the center circle, they're going to score 2 points. If it's within the wider circle or oval, they score 1 point. If it falls outside of either of those circles, they score a 0 for that item. And that takes us to the end of the numbers on a number line task.